every day. Am I the only one who talks every day to you? Wish you would. Who talks every day. Even who talks to you every day. How you feel. I wish it was. Am I the only one who talks to you every day? How you feel? How you feel? I wish it was real. Who talks to you every day? I wish it was the only one. I wish it was.
Yeah, sure. Let's see. Let me get the. All right, guys, how we doing out there? This is another Facebook Live interview with the B-Side guys. Our names are across the bottom, right, Caleb? So I don't really need to. Oh, nice.
For me now they can. Yeah, so it still said Emily Brown for a second,
Awesome.
but I just fixed it. So
Awesome. So you guys may know I'm Seth and my co-host Caleb. But today we have. All right, I forgot how to say your actual name. I remember it's Keatsu. Keatsu is the artist.
and yeah, I forgot. Yeah,
Help us out. Help us out, Keatsu.
it looks like he might be frozen.
Uh-oh.
Well,
Anyways.
yeah, if you're just now watching,
He's coming back.
We'll get
He's
that
coming
fixed.
back.
Yeah.
He is an independent musician from Poland. So, I'm sure there's a disconnect there. I don't know if it's just a disconnect with us or there's a lot more things that can go wrong when you're not operating on one hotspot or one wireless router, and we are operating on three for three people. And
Fun,
mine and Caleb are the closest at 12 hours apart. So,
yeah, I'm trying to figure out.
Anyways,
yeah, I know Keatsu's frozen. That's what we just got in the live chat. It looks like he's typing. Maybe we can.
we
lost him. All right.
Oh, and he's gone completely. Okay, cool.
We'll get him back real quick and start over. I mean, not start over. This will be included in the live stream, which is the joy of live stream. now Seth's frozen. It's going.
Good morning, Ben.
Alright, it's calling him back. Ah, man. So, those of you joining us for the very first time, we are still very much in the guinea pig stage of this. So it's got its technical difficulties. The good news is, if you listen to our podcast, we clean it up and give you a fully produced version of each of these interviews as bonus episodes. But the live stream's always fun because you never know what terrible fate is going to befall us. Keatsu, you there? It says we're connected to him, but I don't see him. And also Seth is freezing. Everyone's freezing.
Everyone's freezing except for Caleb.
Yeah, I got that new internet, man. Oh! We split into 3 screens, but
Did
2
you hear me?
of them are... Oh! Keatsu, you there?
Yes, I am.
Okay, I hear you, but I don't see you right now.
I'm trying to...
Oh, there you are. There we go.
All right. Is this any better for me?
You are moving, and I hear you.
Okay,
I'm
that's
trying
great.
weird stuff.
All right, let's try again. So, what I was going to say is that was Keatsu's song Mirror, and he is an independent musician from Poland, and what we were trying to figure out is how to say your first name because I forgot it.
It's Maciej.
Maciej.
Yeah.
Which kind of sounds
Yeah.
like a coffee or something is a good way for me to remember it, I guess.
Yeah, it's good because I like coffee, so I take it.
All right, Seth,
Yes.
will you start us real quick because Michelle's about to use the blender, and I'm going to mute my mic while she does that.
Yeah. Okay. So first off, Keatsu, we want to know what is in a name. What does Keatsu mean?
Actually, my last name is KUC. It's like 3 letters,
Yeah.
and it means basically a pony. You know?
A pony?
Yeah, a pony.
Okay.
So
nice.
my friends in high school just pronounce it weird. Instead of Koots, they started to call me Keats. So I made it Keatsu and just left it at.
Cool.
So that's it.
So it's kind of like a pet name almost, or like a nickname that you...
Yeah, that's just a nickname that I made specially for you to spell it right.
Right.
That's it.
Cool. So we were hoping you could tell us a little bit about your process. So I've listened to basically everything that you have out on Spotify and stuff because I really
Awesome.
love it. Yeah. And it seems like you're using some real instruments and some electronic sort of instruments, or what's your songwriting
Okay.
process? Yeah.
So I changed it a lot because I'm not recording anymore right now, but I can show you what I use. So
Sure.
Yeah. Sweet.
Let me hold on. Let me, for the people that are watching this, let me pull you up full screen so that. Ooh.
yeah.
All right,
So
there you go. Now you're full screen.
That's just my MIDI keyboard.
Right.
That's it. You can plug this in. You can make sounds. And that's it. And recently I bought this right here. It's able
nice.
to push.
Yeah.
So yeah, my
Cool.
guitar. And yeah, that's it.
Awesome. And so you're basically making everything yourself, though. It's all. I got a name.
Yeah. I never really used samples like the loops or something shit like this. I'm rather using the samples packs or something. I don't play drums, so it's easier for me to pull up something nice. Other than that, I cannot play. I cannot play piano, so I'm I'm just experimenting with that. And my main instrument is guitar, so every time I'm making a song, I'm just start off with guitar.
Well,
That's it.
the beautiful thing about MIDI stuff is even if you can't play piano, as long as you know a little bit about chord progressions, you can kind of make one note sound like a full chord and all of that. So
Yeah. Especially if I can, I'm using Ableton Live, so I can pull up the piano roll and just make chords from there.
Right.
That's easier. Also,
Right.
awesome. I also wanted to know a little bit about what your influences are, because I know particular one song, Introvert, it references Nirvana and Linkin Park and like a bunch of different grungy sort of artists, but then also some of your lyrics are a little poppier or lo-fi, or so what are your influences?
Actually, Introvert is like medley of my favorite like ballads or how to say it. It's not that I stole the lyrics, but I just made it because I didn't feel like to write lyrics for this particular track, so that's it. But most of the time I write the lyrics after my my music, so I don't know. I just basically this whole album is about breaking up, and my influences basically are James Blake on this album, and like 3 artists that nobody knows. I just like to search independent artists and go from there.
Yeah.
Name drop them so we can tag them in the video.
Okay, so one is Ollie McKendrines. I don't know if you know him, but he's also in. He's actually he's a Vine. Do you know what Vine?
Yeah,
that was popular application. Yeah. So he was basically I found him on Vine and find out that he loves music also.
Cool.
Second is Versace. He's brand new artist, and he also made awesome songs. Basic independent artists, but huge ones is James Blake,
Cool.
Gorillaz.
Okay.
I like Gorillaz.
Yeah,
so.
definitely shoot us the names of those after we're done, so I can tag those in there, because obviously and also we'll look them up, because obviously we care a lot about putting indie artists on or whatever, even though we have a pretty small audience. Seth, what were you going to say?
Well, I was just going to say, like, so you're saying that, you didn't feel like writing the lyrics and you took them from other things. So me 10 years ago, I would be like, man, it's not this original whatever, and I would be, turn my nose up. But the more, as I've gotten into music just a lot more, it's a great idea to take lyrics from other, to have these callbacks that people can recognize instantly to connect your song with this other great song. Whoever it was, Caleb, you may know, or you may know, the quote, "Good artist copy, great artist steal."
Also in musical tradition, like if you go back to even classical music, they didn't really view it that way. Like classical musicians would take from other classical musicians and then integrate it into their song and then change it a little bit.
Right.
And they didn't view it as stealing. That's just a progression of that music. So I view what you did with that song the same way. That's probably my favorite song on the whole album. Because I guess, going into it, I don't know you and your music that well, so it gives me something to like ground myself in as someone who doesn't know you at all, but it's a new take on all of it.
Right.
Yeah,
for sure.
That's
there was
awesome.
there was an artist who was it that Caleb that had the Earl Sweatshirt lyric at the end of their song.
I remember.
But it made me instantly like it a lot more because I have that connection, and that's just how it's not it's not necessarily. It's not saying that. In my mind, when I was younger and I didn't know any better, I would have said that it's not, it loses artistry, but it doesn't at all. It's taking, famous things and putting them in a new piece of art to where it carries on even further, which is, like Caleb said, it's what it's all about. Is to
people like going back to stuff they know and they like, so it's like kind of nostalgia.
Absolutely.
To hear something similar, but it's like a new
take on
way
it, right.
That's correct.
So
Absolutely.
the name of the album that the songs that most of the songs that we're talking about are on is called Va Bank, and I looked that up because I didn't know what that meant, and apparently it's a gambling term, which basically is the equivalent of all in, right? That you risk.
Yeah.
So how does that relate to the message of your album?
So basically, I all my life I didn't know what I want to do, but since I started making music, it kind of evolved to the point that I decided to leave everything behind and go all in with my music. That's basically the message. But the second point is that the last track of the album is Daddy, Daddy.
Yeah.
And it's about my dad who gambled a lot and basically lost. I mean, he lost a lot of money, so we had to sell a home. So basically, it's connected,
Right.
Man, that's cool. It's not cool, but
no, it doesn't sound cool. But yeah, no,
but
it's cool.
I'm just saying
it's
cool that it actually has a real meaning. Yeah.
I don't like to play like cards at all, but it fits so well with my situation right now. So that's it.
And there's this weird, like, you're obviously not the first person to talk about the way that fathers and sons kind of take after each other or do in like a different sort of way. So, he, like you said, he went all in with the gambling stuff and you're going all in with the music stuff, and all you can do is hope that the curses don't follow you, I guess, as far as
I'm
that
afraid
you have more success.
I mean, he did he made this decision to go, but I don't think how to say it. I mean, I'm not talking to my father anymore, like since 7 years, so I really don't care what he's doing because he don't care, but he's my father, But
right.
So all in music. That's kind of I'm a little bit afraid that I might lose it like my father. That's it.
I mean,
that's
music, at least from what I've seen and heard about and people talk about, it's one of those things you have to go all in. Like, you can't half-ass and expect to make it and get where you want to be if you're not willing to,
especially
gamble.
Music.
Yeah,
especially because
so
so hard to.
Yeah, it's a risk worth taking, man. Because your shit's really good. Like, we both listened to it a lot.
Yeah, and we've featured two of his songs on the blog, which we haven't.
Yeah,
you heard one of them at the beginning, which was Mirror. Which the thing that really stood out to me about that one was that you added the extra I in Mirror because when you were writing out the album list, you made that typo and you just kept it that way.
Yeah, my friend just messaged me one time and said, "Hey, what mirror does mean? I mean, it's like glass when you can see yourself." No, you have I in it. Like, shit. I had to do something with that, so I made like.
Well, I like how that reflected the message of the song as far as being both narcissistic and recognizing your narcissism. So, like, the fact that that's a weird thing to do. So you put your mistake out there, but it's still like a mistake. You know?
Yeah. One time I tried to record myself looking in the mirror, and that was so weird. So, looking in the mirror, like you look in the mirror so many times during the day, especially if you're not even recognize it, but it's weird. Yeah, looking in the mirror, it's weird, and most of the people don't know that we look at ourselves too much.
Even not just a mirror, but anyone that creates things like us creating this podcast and this whole thing, you creating music, or even as simple as someone that has an Instagram that they keep up with or whatever. We're constantly bombarded by images of ourselves or sounds of ourselves, and I don't know about you, but I listen back to stuff almost obsessively because I want to get better at it or whatever. But there is a sense of narcissism in all that if you're focusing so much on something that you've made or created.
Yeah.
So,
And people like most of people talk to themselves. I don't know about you guys, but I talk to myself a lot.
oh, for sure.
Like,
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
especially if I when I made this album and I was alone, like for 6 months, just alone in my room, I would freak out because I didn't want it to go out, and I'll talk to myself. And I have a cat, so it was a little bit easier for me. Let me just show. Oh.
Yeah, as we were talking in the Skype, I got this random message with a bunch of K's on it, and it hit send, and he was like, "Sorry, my cat jumped on the keyboard."
Yeah, he's talkative, especially in the night.
Seth, were you going to ask something?
No, I was just going to say we can go to something a little lighter if you want. Are you ready to transition to the next section?
Go ahead.
One more thing I did want to ask about, and then let's do that. So the other song we featured was called Feel Good, and what I said in the post was that the lyrics sound like a pop song, right? I just want to feel good on the dance floor with you. But then the way that the song's constructed and the way that you present the singing of it, which you have a great voice, I feel like you could have made it sound like Justin Timberlake or something if that's what you wanted to do. But it seems like there was an intentional choice to kind of slow everything down and make it sound a little more melancholy. So I was wondering if you could tell me a little bit about your intention between juxtaposing those really upbeat lyrics with a really slow sort of song.
Yeah, so I got inspired by Versace. He has one song that is kind of lo-fi, starts with like mumbling and all that stuff. And I tried to make like something similar, but with a little bit more impact. So when I recorded, I made it so quiet and made it a little bit mono. So when a drop comes, it's like 6 dB of gain, like volume, and
Right.
it's stereo spread like shit. So when it drops, it's technical. So I made something narrow and then open up on the drop, and that's just main purpose for the song, basically.
Cool, just to demonstrate that cool instrumental then.
Yeah, I just wanted to make it like big drop one time.
Awesome.
And the fact is it's a dance beat. I don't know. I never made it, so I never made it before, so it's kind of new for me.
Well, the fact that the fact that you're just experimenting and it's coming out so cool is amazing to me. I can't wait to see like as you start to figure out what direction you want to go in and being very intentional where this whole thing goes, because I love it already.
Yeah, I think, man, but yeah, I have so many songs and they are not fitting each other at all. As you may see,
Yeah, well,
they
we're gonna play your newest single on the way out, and I think people will see it's a lot different than the Mirror song that we played on the way in. And yeah, your stuff's kind of all over the place, but I really like that.
Well, I mean, like,
yeah, just
we talk about how our favorite artists, it's from album to album a lot of times, but they never make the same, even remotely close to the same album twice. They jump around from, this really heartfelt, almost singer-songwriter to the next album is this, cacophonous indie rock to whatever, and it's cool to see, artists who don't get stuck in, playing the same three chords and singing a song about the Appalachian Mountains. Mumford and Sons, looking at you.
Yeah, I mean,
but anyways,
what's the point of art if you're not experimenting, really?
Right.
But yeah, let's move on to the next thing. So each thing's set up in 3 different sections. We have Know the Art, which we talked a lot about your music just now. We have Know the Artist, and then the last thing is Know Nothing. But let's move on to Know the Artist, and Seth is going to ask you some silly questions.
Yeah, to know the artist.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it's just so we can get to know you a little better. So, if you had a brand, it has nothing to do with music. So, don't make it, Martin or anything like that. But if you had a brand sponsor you, who would you want it to be?
I guess I like coffee and I like so maybe like a Monster. Yeah, I drink Monster a lot. So,
Okay, nice.
The Java
I mean,
Monster specifically?
the green one,
Okay.
this classic.
Yeah, classic.
They do a lot of branding outside of their normal stuff. So Monster, if you're listening, this is your dude. I think mine would be cereal, some cereal of some sort. I like cereal. What about you, Caleb?
Man, that's really tough. A beer, definitely a beer, like a local beer, which I still want. So, local Rhode Island beer. What's up? Say what's up.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay, sweet. Okay.
The beer is the beer company can be a sponsor. I never heard it.
Yeah, I think that there's a lot of laws around sponsoring with beer, but I would like to try to figure out how to get around that.
If you're a
beer
beer
to
lawyer, let us know. Okay. All right. Question 2. A new country is being founded. What are there? 194, 100, something like that. 184. Anyways, the next one is being founded. They want you to run for president. What is your platform?
My platform?
Yeah. What is it?
Like,
what
what
is
do you
it that you
stand
want?
for?
Yeah, what do you stand for? What will you say? What's going to be your tagline for people to be like, this is my guy?
I just don't give a fuck what that said. Never. Don't give a fuck.
Don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I like it.
All right.
Yeah, don't give a fuck what anybody says about you. Just do whatever you want. Yeah.
Do whatever you want. There we go.
All right.
Yeah.
I think mine would be we won't do any dealing with America while Trump's in office. There we go. I like that. I think that'll be nice.
Yeah. Stay out of
Yeah,
my
yes.
business. I'll stay out of your
Nice.
business.
Okay. Question 3. You win a large amount of money. It doesn't matter what it is. And what is the most ridiculous thing that you would buy? Not necessarily the most expensive, like if you bought a big house or whatever, but what is the most ridiculous thing that you have to have?
Oh my god. If I had a lot of money, I'll buy a monster company, first of all.
Monster
The whole monster company. There it is.
Yeah.
He's
You don't
really
know.
he's really going for that sponsorship.
Yeah. Yeah, I was about to say,
and
then
now-
you could sponsor yourself.
Yeah, I will like buy some kind of like time machine.
Time machine.
Nice.
If this is like an option.
Yeah, it absolutely is. I mean, you can at least...
Jesus
You can-
back, so I can talk to Jesus one time.
Oh, to go back in time
Okay.
and talk to Jesus.
That would be interesting.
I mean, I would like to get some confirmation, so that would be cool.
All right. Question number... yeah, I mean... I'm-
Yeah, there is a God. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean...
turn some, turn
He's
some
a-
of
he's
my
a
water into wine,
historically-
and I'll be stoked.
Look at this.
da, 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 da. What is... All right, so what is...
You know, I just had a Jesus in mind, like he's trolling, like la 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 la. I made that up.
So we got
Well,
magician Jesus and troll Jesus, and then
Yeah,
bartender
troll
Jesus is, I guess, what I was going for.
Well, bartender, that one probably lines up closest, right?
Right.
To the stories. It's like, here's some wine, tell me about your problems. Like
That's true. That's
So I mean, anyways, that's a rabbit hole. Question 4: what's your Netflix binge show right now? It doesn't have to be Netflix, but what show are you just really into right now?
I'm not watching Netflix at all. I never watched it.
Okay.
Do you watch any TV
Oh my
at all?
god. No,
Oh.
I'm not watching TV.
Okay.
Actually,
well, let's-
I'm like last year I've been watching Gary V
Oh, yeah.
content nonstop.
Yeah.
Like
okay.
I watch it all.
Yeah, he's super
Yeah.
motivational. I'll sometimes put him on in the background just because it like keeps you motivated.
Gary
to go
V
do
is a
stuff.
man.
Yeah.
Gary V is a man.
Nice.
I owe him a lot. Like, yeah.
That's cool.
Nice,
I
that's
have
cool.
I have a friend up here
Oh
that's
my-
starting a jewelry business, and she turned me
Yeah.
on to him because she says she listens to him a lot while she's making her crafts or whatever, because it just is so. I think it applies to a lot of different industries because he's just like
Yeah, he's
motivational.
yeah, his tips are basically about everything, about life. So you can take some of the value he provides and you can apply it everywhere. Everyone can
Nice.
watch him. Yeah.
All right. So, question number 5. You don't know this about me, but I'm going to be a father to a second child. My wife is pregnant.
Yeah.
Do you have... Thanks. Yeah, do you have any good dad jokes that I can tell the new kid?
Oh my god. Oh shit! I'm not good at dad jokes.
I'm really good at them, so it's okay. I think I've told this one on the show before, but you might get a kick out of it. One person goes in and donates a kidney, and they're lauded and praised for doing that. I go in and give them 5, and I get arrested. It's like,
Shit. Oh my god.
all right.
That's cool. Basically, are you really gonna be a dad second time?
I am, yeah. That's true. That part's
Congratulations.
true. Thanks.
Congratulations. Yeah.
All right, let's get into the last section, which is Know Nothing. I'm going to ask you 5 kind of random questions, although they do all have to do with music in some way.
Oh my god.
And yeah, and then it's like a quiz. And I really don't know culturally what Poland is like or how much exposure you have to American culture, so I tried not to get too pop culture specific, but maybe some of them are. But anyway, so top anyone's ever done. Emily Brown did 4.5 out of 5, which
4.5.
I don't really want to go into how she got a half point, but she got a half point. So yeah, 4.5 out of 5. But the worst ever is 0 out of 5. So all you gotta do is get one right, and you're not at the bottom. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
All right, number 1.
Let's go.
True or false? Miley Cyrus actually is the daughter of country singer Billy Ray Cyrus.
It's true.
Yes. Yeah, it wasn't just for the show. That was true.
Yeah.
All right, number 2.
I know.
The Stratocaster is a model of which guitar maker?
Fender.
That's right.
Yep.
Right.
Two.
I have a Squire. Basically, I'm striving to have Fender, but my dream guitar is Telecaster. Actually,
Oh,
I will
awesome.
get one.
Well,
day.
then
Yeah.
that was a
Yeah,
perfect question. All right. London-born singer Miss Adkins is better known by what stage name?
Miss who? One second.
Her first name is Miss. Her last name is Adkins. Miss Adkins. But she's better known as what stage name? Very famous.
Holy shit.
Just take
I don't know.
a stab in the dark at a female pop star, I guess,
London?
from London.
Who's from London? I have no idea. No idea. I won't guess it.
No guess?
Yeah, I would have lost on this one too.
It's Adele. I had heard that before
Ooh.
somewhere, so I
Nice.
but yeah, Adele.
Okay.
That's probably the hardest one, though. This one, that one, or the next one's the hardest one. All right.
All right.
1950s and 60s record turntables commonly offered 4 speeds: 33, 45, 78, and what other speed?
You mean BPM? Tempo? Or
yeah,
what?
like the speed that you could spin the record. So there's 33, 45, 78, and then one other one.
66? I don't know.
It was 16. I was pretty close.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, technically the speeds were 33 and a third and 16 and 2/3, but they used to only show whole numbers. That's one that I didn't know, so that one was pretty tough.
All
right,
right.
last one. I think you might get this
Great.
one. It's multiple choice, but if you know the answer before, feel free to just say it. Jimi
Yeah.
Hendrix, Janis Joplin, Jim Morrison, and Kurt Cobain were all how old when they died? A, 23, B, 25, C, 27, or D, 35? And I can repeat those if you need me to.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead.
All right, A, 23, B, 25, C, 27, or D, 35?
27.
That's right. Yep.
Nice.
Yep. Yeah, I just turned
There it
28, but when I turned 27, my friend texted me happy birthday, and he said, "Don't die." And then and I was like,
Yes.
"Oh, great." He was like, "It's
Yeah.
probably going to be a really good artistic year, but you also may die." And I was like, "Oh, great."
There's also a chance.
So yeah, 3 out of 5. That's great. You're like in the top 5, I think, on the leaderboard. So
I was about to say,
Awesome.
most people, yeah.
um,
Most people are 2 or 1.
all right. So as we start to kind of end this thing up, was there anything that you wanted to mention or wanted to answer that we didn't ask?
All right. So basically, wait a second. I just need to check something. Caleb, you just froze.
Uh-oh.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, so all I said was, as we're ending up everything, is there anything that you wanted to say that we didn't ask you about?
So, I think that most important thing that you said is just to experiment with everything.
Yeah.
Never try to impress anybody. So just do music you like, and you find your voice. I mean, I didn't find the voice yet, but I kind of hear it in the dark, you know.
Definitely.
Yeah, that's it.
I think that's a great message for basically anyone that's doing any sort of art.
Okay, because what's the point of making music for someone if the goal is to make music you like in the first place?
Definitely.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, most stuff. Well, thanks for being with us. We're going to end the show with your newest single, which you have a YouTube video for called Inside Out. Going to let that play as we leave. So everyone go check that out and follow.
Yeah, that's for my sweetie.
That's for your sweetie?
Yeah,
Ooh.
my girlfriend.
Oh, awesome.
Nice.
And go follow Keatsu on all his social media and everything, which we'll link. And thanks for being here with us.
Thank you, man.
Right.
Thank you guys. Thank you, Caleb. Thank you, Seth.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
See ya.
All right. See ya.
Yeah.
All right. I turned. Whoops.
You don't have to be scared the way you are. Oh, you don't have to be alone, dark in my head too far. Oh, I feel that you're beautiful inside out. Despite the fact we kissed all day, 'cause